The Wyatt 6 is officially here. Okay, so last night on Raw, hello, it's me, Hades. So last night on Raw, the Wyatt 6 finally made their debut on the main roster after a couple months of constant teasing, the glitches on the camera, the QR codes, everything. Uncle Howdy warning about a massacre just a couple days ago, and then the countdown to tonight, or to last night, and they delivered and it was incredible. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I'm going to yap a little bit here, so don't mind me, but because I don't know if I've said this in a video before, but Bray Wyatt is the reason I got back into wrestling as an adult now. Bray Wyatt was the reason I got back into wrestling after I'd stopped for quite some time, because I was in those teen years where I was like, wrestling, you know, you get to that one point as a teen, and I think a lot of people can relate to it, where you think like, oh, wrestling isn't that cool, even though you watch it so much as a kid, and then you grow out of it because you think you need to grow out of it. But then sometimes, you know, you just get sucked back in, and that gateway drug for me was Bray Wyatt. The Bray Wyatt character, the way he spoke, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, the way they looked, the way they wrestled, how good they were, the feuds they had with other factions, like the Shield and the Wyatt family feud was fucking great, and that really pulled me in again, because Bray was like nothing I had really seen, like other than like, I guess, Undertaker and Kane, in terms of like a character of that nature. And like, he wasn't very supernatural at that point. He got there, but you know, Undertaker and Kane had this aura that was very cool, and for me, Bray had that aura, so it really pulled me in. So you can imagine when Bray passed away, it was hard. It still is hard to think about. It's still hard to talk about. He's still my favorite wrestler, and he really brought me back into wrestling so hard, and I love wrestling so much now, even more probably than I did as a kid, that I'm even making content about it now, when I was a little bit scared to do it in the beginning, but I've been having so much fun doing it. He was that gateway drug for me back into wrestling, and him passing hit very, very hard, as it did for so many people who I think he got a lot of people back into wrestling, is what I'm trying to say. So of course, with that being said, I, as well as, you know, there are definitely people out there were a little hesitant when we heard about Uncle Howdy debuting. I think what it was is that people didn't want the legacy of Bray Wyatt to get tarnished in any way, and I understand that. But as time passed on and we saw the changes within WWE happening, I think that really made me feel comfortable about it and made me excited for the Wyatt 6, because Bo Dallas is at the helm. No one knew Bray Wyatt better than his own brother, you know. Like, I wholeheartedly believe that Bo Dallas is not going to let the legacy, the story, these characters that Bray Wyatt thought up, he's going to let them get tarnished in any way. I think him and Triple H are going to work together pretty well to make sure that does not happen, and I hope that that is the case. I hope that Bo Dallas is present in everything that the Wyatt 6 does. I hope all of the Wyatt 6 is present in what they are going to do, so these characters do not get tarnished, like sadly the Fiend did under the old management ways. And another thing that gave me some confidence was the production team changing with Kevin Dunn out of there. That felt like, okay, maybe something can happen, but it was like, let's wait and see how the production changes over time. And as we all know now, the production has been great. These new camera angles, not getting cuts every 30 milliseconds, just the production of WWE content has gone up so much. And once that started happening, it was like, okay, I think it could be really awesome when they debut. Of course, I was still skeptical, but last night, I mean, that was awesome. That was awesome. And I want to talk about last night. I do, because there's so many theories going on about who was attacked, why they were attacked, what's next for the Wyatt 6. There's so many questions. We have a lot of questions. We're happy they're here, but we have so many questions as to what is going to happen next. And I want to give my thoughts on it, because I've been tweeting about it a little bit here and there, and I have some stuff I want to talk about. There is a tweet I want to get up. This is a tweet by It's Wheezy Blonde. Wheezy, you've probably seen her on TikTok or other platforms. She does videos, she does reactions to what's going on the shows a lot. Go follow her Twitter. I'm not going to play the video here. I don't want to take somebody else's content, obviously, but go to the tweet here and you will see what I'm going to be talking about in just a second. I'll put the tweet in the description too, if you want to do it that way. But what Wheezy Blonde says in that video that I just showed, she was saying who might have been attacked, because we don't really know. We know Chad Gable. We know Chad Gable, and that is enough to make this theory a little bit, to make this theory have some legs. But she was saying, as a lot of people are saying, that Carmelo Hayes was somebody, Gunther was somebody that we saw down. Somebody, she says Dominic Mysterio. I guess somebody seen Dominic Mysterio down. I did not see that. It was hard to see everyone that was down because of the fog, the lighting, all that stuff. And I feel like I saw Braun Strowman. So that is like the one thing that I'm not too sure how to connect with the theory I'm going to talk about here, but I do like Wheezy's theory. So I do want to talk about it. But her theory is that these things that these people have in common, Gunther, Carmelo Hayes, Dominic Mysterio, Chad Gable, is that they turned on people who they considered very close, family almost. Gunther with Giovanni Vinci, Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams, Dominic obviously with his own father, Rey Mysterio, and Chad Gable with the Alpha Academy. These were all very, they're family. They were like family. Dominic and Rey actually being family, but these people turned on their family. They turned on them. They changed who they were. And even in one of the QR codes that led to a website, I think it was the QR code during Clash at the Castle, and it said CG in one of the things, alluding to Chad Gable possibly being attacked on Monday Night Raw, and obviously that happened. So I think there's definitely some legs to this. I think them attacking people who maybe turned on their family and friends, people they considered close, that might just be a thing that Uncle Howdy does not fuck with, because we know that the Wyatts, the Wyatt family, the Wyatts, everything in the Wyatt universe has been pretty close-knit. Bray with the Firefly Funhouse and everyone, all the characters that are now alive, like they were all a family. They're all close. They are considered a family. And so people turning on family for Uncle Howdy is probably a very big no-no. And I'm interested to see how they go with this in the future. If this is the case that they are going after people who turn on those they call family, that they are close with, that they, share a bond with. If they are doing that, there's going to be a lot of chances, a lot of people that Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six can go after, because if there's one thing about a faction in any wrestling company, somebody's turning on someone eventually. That's just how they break them up sometimes. No one ever just shakes hands and be like, okay, we're not a tag team anymore. Like, there's always somebody turning on someone, and that's going to give them more people to go against and go after, if that is the case, if this is what they're going with. And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, because a lot of those people that got attacked have their own storylines going on. Chad Gable with the Alpha Academy, what's going to happen there? He has a match on, I think, is it Raw, or is it like, his next match is Money in the Bank qualifier. Is the Wyatt Six going to come after him, or go after somebody else like Carmelo Hayes, who got attacked, or Gunther, who got attacked, who's going to have a SummerSlam match for the championship? Whoever wins that, whoever is champion at SummerSlam, Seth Rollins or Damian Priest. So it's like all these people have different storylines, but now here comes this group who is like, well, we are here to fuck shit up, brother. And that's what they fucking did. They promised a massacre and it happened. So people are saying there are different people. I've seen Triple H was attacked, but like, I think what we're pointing out here is the wrestlers, that the active people on the roster and what they have done. And Wheezy pointed out those few who all have something in common that would definitely line up with someone like Uncle Howdy, and the whole lore of the Wyatt verse and everything going on there. I think it would be very interesting to see how they play that out. And of course, we've been down this road before with characters of this nature, where again, we don't know how it's going to play out, but I think it's going to be at least a little bit okay for the time being. Obviously, we're going to have to see how things play out, and I think it's fine to be skeptical and a little bit worried that maybe this isn't going to play out how we want. But with Bo Dallas and Triple H, I think they want to do right, not only by Bray, but all these people who lost one of their favorite wrestlers, if not their favorite wrestler, and they want to make this really special. We don't know how long this character is going to stay. We don't know how long they're going to be doing this Wyatt Six stuff. I would love to see it for a while, but we don't know. We don't know. And I have faith, man. I'm just excited to see some cool characters back on wrestling on WWE television, and just seeing something a little bit different. A little bit different is definitely nice. So yeah, but that's really all my thoughts on it. If I have any other thoughts on anything that I see online in the next few days, I'll tweet about it. So definitely follow me on Twitter, or X if you call it that. Follow me there to see how I'm feeling about things and what I'm talking about. Other than that, man, I don't really have much else to say. I'm excited. I'm happy. I think we're going to be in some pretty good hands, as long as Bo Dallas and the Wyatt Six are definitely just in there when they are making plans for these characters, making plans for the storylines that they're going to be in, that it makes sense for the characters and everyone involved. I hope everyone just gets involved, and it's not, you know, it's not going to be like in the past where, okay, this is what your character's doing, and if you want to change it, it's like, nope. You know, that hasn't been the case with Triple H at the helm, really. So I hope, I really hope that it works out. It works out, and everyone's happy, and they do cool stuff, and that's all I want. I just want them to be cool. I want them to be cool, have cool matches, be cool. Yeah. So yeah, if you listen to me yap all this time, thank you. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, so I know that you like hearing me yap about nonsense. Make sure to follow me on any social media. I mostly tweet, so follow me on there if you want me to actually be active. I make TikTok sometimes. You can follow me there too. Everything is in the description below if you want to follow. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.